the follow-up video to pancakes laid with cheese, which I've done before to varying degrees of success. But we're going to have another go with different ratios of cheese because last time I used a little bit too much feta. So we need to, I like the feta. It's not feta, it's Greek salad cheese. I like the feta in it. I just thought it was a little bit too much, so we just kind of need to change the ratios of things. So I've got a selection of cheeses, which kind of from here, there, and everywhere. We've got some cheap mozzarellas, or mozzarella. We've got some Italian hard cheese. We've got some proper Parmigiano Reggiano. We've got some double Gloucester, and we've got some red Leicester. So we've just got some bits of cheese. So the basic recipe is per layer of cheese there wants to be 100 grams. So there's 6 pancakes. So that's 5 layers with 100 grams of cheese, 100 grams of mixed cheese in between each layer. So, but also, so I've got quite a bit of grating and chopping to do. But I just really wanted to talk first. So I'm using pancakes because I've always got eggs, flour, and milk in the house, and I kind of think therefore it's easy to make pancakes if you've got those ingredients, and you can do other things with those ingredients. You don't just have to make pancakes. They can be used for all kinds of other things. However, to actually make a pancake batter or buy some pancake batter and then make the pancakes, I kind of think, do you actually want to do that? And the answer is probably no. It's cheaper to make the pancakes. It's probably like 20p for all those pancakes, for 6 pancakes, which is nothing really. But I was kind of thinking alternatives. So for the sake of ease, I bought some tortilla wraps, and we'll use those as well. So we'll do two. We'll do 2 for the price of well, it's not 2 for the price of 1, but 2 things in one video. Because I'm also very aware that I've got a backlog of videos, and some of them are very similar. So I kind of think instead of doing one on using pancakes and one on using tortillas, tortillas? I don't know. I'm a little bit dyslexic. It's 2 videos, and that's even an even bigger backlog of videos. So we'll do 1 video. So we'll do 1 recipe with pancakes and 1 with tortillas, and we'll do the same. There's 8 in there, but we'll do 6. So we'll do the same kind of ratio, and we'll see how they turn out. And then you don't have to make pancakes, because I know people kind of don't want to make pancakes. I was doing something else, so it's quite easy for me just to knock a few pancakes up. But you might just want to do the recipe without having the faff of making pancakes. So we'll make it with that, seeing how it works. And then, so I'm going to make it in. Oh, it's not there. So I've got some more frying pans, and they get to the stage where they're a little bit old, but they're still usable, and you can use them in the oven. So what I simply do is I take the plastic handle off them. There's a little screw just in there. You just undo the screw, and then you're left with a round baking dish. So the plastic's not going to melt in the oven, so you can simply use these in the oven, and it gives the frying pan a little bit more life. Because once they get to the stage where they're not really non-stick anymore, and they're getting a little bit broken, you can then carry on using them in the oven as an oven tray. So there, saving the planet 1 frying pan at a time, or making it last a little bit longer. But anyway, so I'll do some grating, we'll do some putting together, and I'll quickly go through how much kind of cheese and the layering up, because this might be the first video you've kind of seen. And there is others, so I kind of need to go through what I'm doing anyway. So we'll grate some stuff, we'll mix the cheese together, and then we'll come back when we're layering up. I won't show you layering up both the pancakes and the tortillas. I will just do one of them. We'll probably just do the pancakes, but we'll cook it all today, and it'll be on the video today. Right, so layering, dead easy, but we'll go through it anyway. So I've done so there's 6 pancakes, and it's a 1 egg pancake mix. So it's 1 egg, 300 milliliters of liquid. I've used half milk, half water, and then 100 grams of plain flour. So 6 pancakes, between 6 and 8. I've just made them a little bit thicker. So first layer is a pancake, and then it's 100 grams of cheese on the pancake. I have weighed it out, and I've mixed all the cheeses. So it'll be a nice kind of mix. That's 100 grams. not too close to the edge because you don't want it to spill out too much and go crispy. And I've just put a little bit of oil. Well, it's fat. Actually, what it is it's the first time I made it with quite too much cheese, and a lot of fat came out of the cheese, and I saved that fat, and that's the fat that we're using, so we don't waste anything. And then it's a layer of another pancake, and then another layer of cheese, and then another pancake, and another layer of cheese, and so on and so forth. So that's another 100 grams cheese. And then what I'm also going to do is, because I've got it and it's lovely, I'm going to put in some garlic pesto, which is entirely wild garlic pesto, which is entirely optional. You can put a bit of pesto in. It just gives you that little bit of a extra kind of nice thing. So it's press down a little bit, and then another pancake. And then what we'll do is we'll do this layer. So press it down so it's all nice and flat, and then we'll do a couple of teaspoons of wild garlic pesto, which is, I mean, I've made it. It's probably over a month old now, and it's still lovely and vibrant green. So you might just find a little bit of wild garlic still out there. Well, it depends on when this video is coming out, actually. Yeah, but it's just about flowering now, so it's just about coming to the end. But you can just buy normal pesto. You don't have to make your own wild garlic pesto. But anyway, so then 100 grams of cheese on that, blah blah blah, carry on, and the last layer is a pancake on top. So it's 6 pancakes, 5 layers of cheese, and a thin smattering of wild garlic pesto. And then I'll do the same with the tortilla wraps. We'll cook them 180 degrees, which is pretty much bog standard recipe for most temperature for most things, and then until nice and crisp. Maybe flip them over halfway through cooking, and then we'll see what they're like, and we'll cook into them, and they should be delicious and gooey and amazing. Actually, so that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like when it's finished. Not cooked yet, obviously, but obviously pancake on top. And it just kind of occurred to me that so depending on what size your hands are, that my handful of cheese, of grated cheese, is about 100 grams. So if that's kind of any helpful. So it's like a handful of cheese per layer type of thing, depending on the size of your hands. But if you've got average man hands, then a handful is about 100 grams. Nice thing to know. Right, they are ready. Lovely and bubbly and golden and toasted. Turn the oven off. I've flipped them over just so they kind of like are all nice and balanced and kind of even and all that kind of stuff. Which looks better. That one looks better, doesn't it? Let's be honest. But if you don't want to make pancakes, that one is going to be delicious as well. I've slightly put more cheese in that. I put 125 grams of cheese in that. I thought the tortilla, the wraps were just that little bit bigger, so they needed a little bit more cheese. So let's get this out of the pans, and then we can have a slice. I'll tell you what. I'll get them out, and I'll cut them, because I don't want. It might take me a little while just to get them out, and I don't want to kind of like be faffing around too much. This one probably just scoop straight out. Yeah, this one will just. This one's going to hold together quite easily, so it will just slide out of the pan. Just useful having these pans because they're non-stick as well. So, and you don't have to use old pans. What you can do is just your frying pan. You just take the handle off and you can put the handle back on. So it's just kind of a useful thing to have. I think with this we'll have to put a plate on the top of it, flip it over and slide it off the plate. I think. Just have to see. Oh look, I'm doing it on camera, which I said I wouldn't do. Anyway, that's alright. And then will it just slide off the plate? Yes, there we go. Yeah, so that one's a little bit higher. That one's a little bit lower. But we'll cut into them and we'll kind of see. I think that one's going to taste nice because it's pancakes. Pancakes are always nicer. But this one is going to be a little bit more. Look better. That'll look better. This will taste better. It's not as deep as I think the cheeses that I've used have kind of. It's going to fall off the board. Cheese I've used, it's flatter. We'll just cut into that. there, and we'll move the camera. We'll pause the camera and move the camera, because the camera's always got a habit of falling over when I move it. But that's that. That's okay. And then this one's going to look a little bit better, a little bit higher. Cut there. I don't know why I'm pausing the camera. Obviously because I've got cheesy fingers. This one's going to be gooey. Let's have a look. Right, so we'll pause the camera, we'll move, and then we'll have a look. I mean, that's a ridiculous amount of cheese that's coming out of that. It looks really well, does that one? But anyway, so cut 2 of the slices, and there we go. Decadent, ridiculous, and delicious. Yeah, it is a success. Although I kind of think we need to have another go. I need to have another go and just. I think it was mozzarella this time, so I'm not entirely sure that was a good choice. I think a red cheese, like a cheddar, or a red Leicester, or a double Gloucester, and then a little bit of Feta, or the Greek salad cheese, and then I think a little bit of, and then the rest made up of like half, like 1/5 Feta, or 1/6 Feta maybe. Yeah, maybe 1/5 Feta, and then 2/5 red cheese and 2/5 Parmesan. I think it's just a little bit too gooey, but that was nicer. So, but anyway, the wraps work, and they work particularly well. I've just tasted a little bit, and it was lovely. So the wraps work, and the pancakes are good. Pancakes are nicer, but the wraps work, and the wraps. But anyway, yes. So still need to have another go. So it's another work in progress, but very nice. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to feel absolutely sick after I eat too much of that. But anyway, I'll do the recipe in the description, and then we'll see how we go. But we'll do it again. But it's nice. Certainly something like that with some salads as part of a buffet, or like if you had friends coming around for a barbecue, that as a dish somewhere cut into slices, so people can have a bit of that, a bit of meat, and a bit of salad, and all that kind of stuff. I think that'd be absolutely lovely. With that, a light lunch with a bit of salad. But anyway, there we go. Actually, I've just tasted both, and they're delicious. Incredibly indulgent, but absolutely delicious. I mean, don't eat too much; it's going to make you feel sick because it's a lot of cheese. But I think they're pretty much spot on and exactly how I want them. I mean, if you can see how the cheese has kind of come out of the wrap one like that, I think that's absolutely spot on. It's a good ratio of cheeses, that. The pancake one's a little bit flatter, and it's flat as a pancake, but still lovely. And the cheese is caramelised on the outside. I think that's really nice. I don't think I need to do any more with that. I think I'm thoroughly happy. So yeah, we'll do the recipe in the description. I'll do a cost. It'll be quite expensive because let's be honest, it's basically like a kilo of cheese, and whatever cheese you use, it's going to be kind of quite expensive, and there's no real way around that. But anyway, I'll do the description, I'll do some costings, and we'll have a kind of see. But really, really nice. Either way works. If you want to make pancakes, make pancakes. If you don't, you just want to buy some wraps, buy some wraps.